A great man clings to the essential and leaves the insignificant. A healthy man wants 1,000 things. A sick man only one. A leader leads by example, not by force. A man dies easily because he has too much will to live. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shamelessness. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. A noble person blames himself, and an insignificant person blames others. A sage who wants to be above people puts himself below them. Wanting to be ahead of them, he becomes behind. A trail through the mountains, if used, becomes a path in a short time, but if unused, becomes blocked by grass in an equally short time. Absence of sex turns a person into a neurotic. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get done. An enemy is a friend who knows too much about you. Appear weak when you are strong, strong when you are weak. Attack the evil that is within yourself, rather than attacking the evil that is in others. Be attentive to your thoughts. They are the beginning of actions. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that set on a dead snake. By remaining true to yourself without seeking to compare and compete, you will achieve universal respect. By 3 methods, we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Disorder came from order. Fear came from courage. Weakness came from strength. Do not seek, otherwise you will lose. Do not seek, and you will find. Don't criticize your neighbor's roof for a lot of snow when your door is not clean. Even a loss can turn into a profit, or profit can turn into a loss. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife and it will be blunt. Forget injuries. Never forget kindness. Friends are the siblings God never gave us. Friendship is 1 mind and 2 bodies. Get rid of the desire to have. The funniest people are the saddest ones. Getting something done is like digging a well. You can dig a well 70 feet deep, but if you don't hit water, it's just an abandoned well. Give a bowl of rice to a man, and you will feed him for a day. Teach him to grow his own rice, and you will save his life. Great is the man who has not lost his childlike heart. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Happiness is when you are understood. Great happiness is when you are loved. Real happiness is when you love. He does everything in truth, but he will never rely on laws. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who tells him of his faults is his maker. He who is satisfied with his lot is rich. He who knows the measure is satisfied with his position. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. Is the revised version of your text with punctuation and a blank line after each quote. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, it will be weak everywhere. If someone wants to offend you greatly, then it is even worse for him. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. If there is no dull and determined effort, there will be no brilliant achievement. If they spit at you behind your back, it means you're ahead of them. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. If you are alone for a long time, soon you will accept loneliness. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. If you aren't afraid of dying, there is nothing you can't achieve. If you hate, then you have been defeated. If you lack faith, then existence does not believe in you. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity to lead people. Follow them. Indeed, be bent and you will stay straight. Be empty and you will remain complete. Be worn out and you will stay new. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. It is easy to hate and is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. It is more shameful to distrust our friends than to be deceived by them. It was all the answers. Has not been asked all the questions. Knowledge is the treasure, and practice is the key to it. Learn as if you constantly feel you lack knowledge, and as if you are constantly afraid of losing your knowledge. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal, and as though you were scared of missing it. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. Man dies from birth. Man's nature is evil. Goodness is the result of conscious activity. Nature does not hurry. Yet everything is accomplished. Never say never, because the days go by so fast and nothing stays. The same. New beginnings are disguised as painful endings. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, that in rising every time we fall. People are distressed by their inability to do it. The problem, however, is simply that they don't do it. People in ancient times did not like to talk much. They considered it a shame for themselves not to keep up with their own words. People of higher morality do not consider themselves moral. Therefore, they have the highest morality. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. Ponder it and deliberate it before you make a move. Pride and excess brings disaster for man. Respect yourself and others will respect you. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. So the unwilling soul sees what's hidden, and the ever-wanting soul sees only what it wants. Sometimes we see a lot, but do not notice the main thing. Sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win. Study the past if you would define the future. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. Tell me and I will forget. Show me and I may remember. Involve me and I will understand. Temperance is the first step of virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. The disease of men is that they neglect their own fields and go to weed the fields of others. The evil is only that men will not seek it. The feeling of right or wrong is the beginning of wisdom. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. The more you don't have sex, the less you want it. The noble person uses things. The lesser man is used by things. The one who knows and pretends not to know is on top. The one who offends you takes away your negative energy and gives you his positive energy. The person attempting to travel 2 roads at once will get nowhere. Rules of decency are only the semblance of truth and the beginning of all disorder. The skillful artist will not alter his measures for the sake of a stupid workman. The snow goose needs not be bathed to make itself white. Neither do you need to do anything but be yourself. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words the truth. The way is near, but men seek it too far. It is an easy things, but men seek for it in difficult things. The way of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to know it. The whole being knows without learning, sees without looking, and detains without doing. The wise man avoids all extremes. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. There is beauty in everything, but not everyone can see it. There is no crime greater than having too many desires. There is no disaster greater than not being content. There is no misfortune greater than being covetous. There is nothing softer and more flexible than water, but try to resist it. Thereby, you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Think of tomorrow. The past can't be mended. 3 things never come back: time, words, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time, choose words, and do not miss the opportunity. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time, is like saying, I don't want to. To complain about an unpleasant thing is to double the evil. To laugh at it is to destroy it. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. To recognize your insignificance is empowering. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. True words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not true. Truth uttered before its time is always dangerous. Try your best to be to others as you would wish to be treated yourself, and you will find that this is the shortest way to benevolence. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Victory over others gives strength. Victory over oneself gives FEARTSS and ESS. Watch your actions. They become your habits. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny. Watch your habits. They become your character. Watch your thoughts. They become your words. Watch your words. They become your actions. We accept advice in drops, but we distribute it in buckets. We gain by losing. Lose by gaining. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. We take greater pains to persuade others that we are happy and endeavor to think so ourselves. What is a good man but a Bad man's teacher. What is a bad man but a good man's job? What is evil to one at one time becomes good at another time to somebody else. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winning with ease. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. Wheels of justice grind slow but grind fine. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. When anger rises, think of the consequences. When people know a lot, it is difficult to manage them. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. When good nature is lost, justice appears. When justice is lost, decency appears. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits? Who knows doesn't say. Who speaks doesn't know. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. And weak wins over hard and strong. Who without knowledge pretends to be knowledgeable is sick. Whoever talks a lot often fails. Whoever undertaking a business hurries too quickly to achieve a result will do nothing. He who carefully finishes his work as he began will not fail. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you do not have bad thoughts, there will be no bad deeds. Worry not that no one knows. You seek to be worth knowing. You are controlled by the one who makes you angry. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. You cannot open a book without learning something along the way. Have to believe in yourself. You will never know your potential if you are afraid to be alone. Your life is what your thoughts make it.